Hey, I'm still wound up about the data that says the median age for first-time buyers has now reached 40. 40 just is driving me crazy. I don't understand how we got here. Now, I understand affordability is an issue. In fact, in the recent election, almost every politician brought up home affordability, and they had some solutions possibly. And then more recently, President Trump brought up the idea of a 50-year mortgage. Let me share with you what I think are some real issues, and there's some real needs that we need to consider if we're going to have a future for our young folks. Now, in the past, I've shown you data that says, and this is data from the Fed, that those seniors 65 and older that have been homeowners have a $500,000 more equity on the average than seniors that have rented. Well, that's when you're ready to retire at 65, that's a big deal. Having an extra $500,000 in your pocket can really enhance those senior years. And let's look at those seniors that have been through the mill for that period of time. Data says that when they bought their first home, they were probably in their upper 20s or 30s. Well, they've had 35 years to get to 65 and build the equity. Now, if you're 40 and you're just buying, you've only got 25 years to build equity in your home when you're 65. So right away, we're degrading that retirement equity issue. So what can we do about it? Let me tell you, I've recently been with some young buyers in their early 20s that are willing to bite the bullet. It's not easy. There are compromises, but they are willing to go out, and I admire them so much. What I'm fearful of is our culture is pushing, using 40,000 ads a day, and they're pushing some kind of consumer issue that might make us happy for a moment, but will not be there when we're 65. So I don't want to pick on anybody, but maybe those pedicures, maybe those tattoos, maybe that brand new iPhone every year is the paper cut that's continually wearing you down and making you avoid a really important step that you could take. Maybe you buy a smaller house, maybe you buy a fixer-upper, maybe you don't eat out every night for dinner. But in the long run, I think you'll find yourself in a much, much better place. If you want to look at some amortization tables, if you want to look at ways to improve your situation, and you want to take care of a basic need, housing is a basic need along with food and clothing. And we can overdo that. We can over buy a house. We can overdo the food and clothing equation as well. So I don't want you to buy something you can't afford. But maybe there are ways that you can find your way into a house, get out of renting, and have a great life. That's my goal. My goal is always to have you live where you can thrive, to be healthy, happy, and I wish you the best. So thanks for watching. Sorry if I rant, but I'm an old guy. It's what we do. Take care. We'll talk soon.